Hello! In this new video, I'm going to show you how you can program turning parts in just a few seconds on Easymill. What you see on the screen is the machining of a turning part manufactured by the Camera Grip company, who were kind enough to film the machining of their part for us. I'll show you how to program it in just a few seconds. Here's what the part looks like in Easymill. Getting your program is very easy. You create a turning profile, select the part, validate, and add a machining sequence to the part. A machining sequence is a set of cycles in which you can predefine all the elements relating to your machining. Cutting conditions, machining offsets, tools, approach speeds, etc. Once the profile has been added, you can post-process. And that's it, you've got your program in seconds. Now we're going to program a second turning part, and we're going to do exactly the same thing. Create its turning profile, then for machining, we're going to use the exact same sequence as before. In this sequence, we had predefined 3 cycles, which are found in the vast majority of turning parts: facing, roughing with offsets, and finishing. What we can see is that, despite the clear difference between the 2 parts, the sequence has perfectly adapted to the geometry of this new part. All that's left to do is post-process, and the program for this second part is also available in a matter of seconds. I'll now leave you with the programming of 4 additional parts, all different from each other, to which we've applied the same machining sequence as for the first 2 parts. You can define your own sequences according to your machining habits and the materials you need to machine. Here we've only taken step files and imported them into Easymill for programming, but we could just as easily have drawn our part using the software's drawing function, and then programmed it in exactly the same way. Obviously, the parts shown here are excessively simple and don't necessarily represent what you do on a daily basis. Nevertheless, the point we're trying to make is that using Easymill is crucial for programming parts, since these sequences, which you can predefine yourself, apply to any geometry, and enable you to obtain your program in a matter of seconds. These sequences are defined with machining characteristics, coolant conditions, cutting conditions, etc. As long as you machine the same kind of materials, then you can really use these sequences on a daily basis, as we do here, and get the program for any part in a matter of seconds. If the parts are more elaborate and include grooves or threads, for example, it would also be possible to define sequences for these types of machining. Here we see the same approach. Each time, you select a profile that defines the area to be machined, apply the sequence, and that's it. You get the program directly, and can send it to the machine with a high degree of confidence and security, since you can see the toolpath on the screen. We were also able to simulate it, to check that it was exactly what we wanted. With practice and time, many of our customers no longer simulate, since the toolpath is always correct and optimal, and respects the conditions you have defined. To answer in advance those who might say, "With my machine, I can go as fast as what you're showing me here." We're sure you're going very fast with your machine. However, if it's busy, you might have to rewrite the program to make the part on a different brand of machine. With Easymill, you can program any machine while it's running at a remote workstation. You don't need to stand in front of it, or even wait for the programmer to finish running, or even be fully familiar with its programming specifications. Furthermore, for the parts you see on the screen, we didn't need to re-enter their dimensions. We were able to work directly from the step file. Ultimately, you'll get a program that will work regardless of the machine you use to process the part. In addition to programming, you also see the estimated machining time at the bottom of the screen, calculated based on the tool's characteristics and cutting conditions. This time is precisely calculated. It can be used for your quotations, as well as to organize your production and maximize the use of your machines. Come on, let's do one more part to convince you that Easymill is the tool for you. I create the profile, I apply the sequence, I simulate. I post-process, and it's ready. Thank you for watching this video to the end, and see you soon for the next one.